Pocket Watchers, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Adrian, and this is Always Talk Money. Now, today we're going to talk about side hustles for 2023. Without further ado, just give a like on the video and let me know what you think in the comments below. And we're just going to get right into it. Now, the first side hustle for 2023, I think we all can try, is taking surveys. You can go online and take surveys for products and services that you use, even products and services that you use on a daily basis. How does it feel to get paid to give your review and your honest opinion on things that you already use? I think that's a great idea. That's a side hustle. I think you can make up to $45 per day from the research that I've seen. Survey Junkie and other websites of similar ilk, you can do online surveys. Don't have to leave the comfort of your home. Stay home, do surveys, use products and services that you already use for free, by the way, and get paid on top of that. So I think that's a great idea. So in 2023, you want to make your money stretch a little longer? Try to think about online surveys. Now, the number two side hustle I think everybody can try in 2023 is ride sharing. If you have a car, and especially if it's 2015 or new, I think that's about the cutoff point. You can Uber or Lyft. Those are two main rideshare companies, right? And then you can ride share on your day off, your time off, your vacation, before you go to work, after you go to work. 4 to 5 hours, usually you can make $100. That's personal experience that I have in doing ride sharing in a major city. So that's the one caveat. If you're in a major city, 4 to 5 hours, you can still make $100 here and there. And if you think about it, yeah, you might think on the surface that doesn't sound like a lot of money. But if you did rideshare, Uber, Lyft 2 to 3 times a week, let's say that's $300 a week, right? You can do that per month. That's $1,200 a month. That could pay a lot of bills, utilities, half of the rent. I say half because the rent prices these days, woo! You can get that extra $1,200 a month just by ride sharing in your off time, in your downtime, and so on and so forth. So ride sharing, I think, is a very viable option for the number two side hustle that you can try in 2023. Now, the number three side hustle I think everybody can try in 2023 is online freelance work. Sites like Upwork and Fiverr create a platform for you to offer your services online as a freelancer. If you're good in photography, if you're good in editing, editing is a big one, especially on YouTube. A lot of big YouTubers have editors, even smaller YouTubers. I don't have an editor. I'm waiting until the day I can do that. But if you have editing skills, if you have copywriting skills, if you're in marketing, if you're like a social media manager, thumbnails, if you're a graphic designer, there's so many things you can do as an online freelancer, and you don't necessarily have to go through Upwork and Fiverr. It's just that a lot of customers will be found there. But if you can promote yourself outside of your day job and use your social media and so on and so forth, do some online freelance work on the side in addition to your day job, that's a great side hustle you can make, especially for a skill that you already have. You don't have to go back to school and learn how to do this or that. Just do what you already know and make money off of that. You can monetize pretty much any skill these days, especially online, and the world is your oyster. There's a lot of customers out here. There's 8 billion of us on the planet. So if you have a skill, there's somebody out there that can use that skill and pay you for that skill. Be a virtual assistant. That's another thing. A lot of people have virtual assistants, especially if we're working from home all the time. A lot of things are handled through virtual assistants, appointment setting, reading emails for clients, and so on and so forth. So if you have any type of skill like that, try online freelance work. That's the number three thing I think you can do as a side hustle in 2023. Guys, as I said before, leave a like on the video, help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you think these things will help or if you're going to try them in 2023. Now, the number four thing I think everybody can try in 2023 as a side hustle is selling things on Etsy. If you can make custom jewelry, if you can crochet, if you're some sort of artist or candle maker, I see a lot of these things do well on Etsy. They're friends of mine that have Etsy stores and they just do that on the side in addition to their day job. You'd be surprised that 2 to 3 to 4 to 500, even $1,000 extra a month, especially in this inflammatory time, especially when we're going to go into a recession. Every dollar counts. Don't discount something just because, oh, it's not going to make $10,000 a month. I know a lot of people have delusions of grandeur and, oh, your side hustle and passive income can make you a millionaire. But in the real world where we all live, 2 to 3 to $500 can change a lot of situations for people on a month-to-month basis. So if you have costume jewelry, anything like that. If you're good with ceramics and candle making, things like that really do well on Etsy. So if you have a skill like that, set up your Etsy store, go online and start posting your stuff, promoting your stuff. Don't look at this stuff to try to replace your day job. This is about side hustling. A side hustle is not really to replace your day job, it's to supplement it. The number 5 thing I think everybody can try, or the gamers out there at least, is streaming. Game streaming. Now, it's different from YouTube because you have to plan and prepare and research to do YouTube videos. You have to learn camera presence. You have to practice. You have to edit. But when you stream, everything is live. You don't have to edit. So if you love to game, especially on the weekend, if you're doing Madden, if you're doing, World of Warcraft, if you're doing Fortnite. I know some of my references might be outdated because I'm not a gamer, but personally, I know people who are doing well just streaming. And that's already something you're going to be doing. It's not even really a side hustle. You work all week, you get on the game on the weekend, just get a webcam, start streaming, and maybe you can make some money on the side. That's a legitimate side hustle. A lot of the big streamers, especially on Twitch right now, they started it just as fun to just hang out with their friends and play games online. And now they're making millions and millions of dollars. Now, that's not saying you're going to make millions of dollars, but if you can make a couple $100 up to $1,000, $1,500 every month just to help your situation, I think that's a great idea as a side hustle. It's not like social media where everybody's all rich and glitz and glamour and giving that lifestyle. Hundreds of dollars can change people's situations. I know if you told me you're going to give me $500 extra a month, I will take it gladly, right? I will take it gladly. I'm not going to sneeze at a couple $100 a month. So keep that in mind. Streaming on Twitch, you get on the game on the weekend, you're having some leisure time, just fire up a webcam, start streaming, and you never know where it can lead to a lucrative side hustle, or maybe you can turn it into a career. You never know until you try. Now, the 6th side hustle is going to be like an unconventional one, and that's just doing overtime at your job. I think that's a viable alternative as well. You can do overtime, you can go in on your day off. Now, it's not ideal, and sometimes you want to separate your job from your side hustle. But sometimes the best side hustle is the one that you already have, the main hustle. So if you can talk to the manager, if you can help out on days off or pick up extra shifts, you should do that. Now, all of these are not to be like a permanent thing, but if you're in a bind, especially as I said, we're in inflammatory times, we're gonna head into our recessions. Things are hard out here for people, right? So every single dollar that you can make extra counts. So if your job has overtime available, that's something I personally would do because a lot of times your overtime is much more valuable than your regular time. It's always time and a half. And then if you're doing a side hustle, that side hustle might even out to be like $10, $15 an hour, even $20 an hour. But let's say you're working at your job at time and a half at $20 an hour. Now you're getting $30 an hour. And that's a big jump. So if you can get extra hours going on your day off, I think your main job can be a side hustle working extra hours. Now, the 7th side hustle I think everybody can try in 2023 is Airbnb, but not in the conventional way. Not in terms of, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy a second property or I'm going to rent a second apartment to use that as Airbnb. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your main residence. Yes, I know it's a little bit cringe to think about people in your home, but if you're going on vacation, if you're wanting to spend the weekend with your family, your grandparents, your friends even, if you're out of your house for a specific period of time, you can Airbnb your apartment if it's nice enough for the time that you're away. So let's say you want to travel once a quarter or once a month. You plan your vacation and then you plan to subsidize your vacation by Airbnbing your apartment for the time that you're going to leave. So if I was going to go on a 7-day cruise, I would sign up for Airbnb, list my apartment for the time I'll be gone. Yes, I'm not going to like that people are going to be in my home, but you make the necessary precautions to protect yourself, of course. For 1 week of Airbnb, you probably could get your whole rent paid off, right, for the month, because Airbnb rates are higher than rental rates. And especially in the times that we're living where rents are so high, everything just went skyrocketed. If you own a home, that's great as well. A lot of people Airbnb rent homes. I think that's a great side hustle, especially if you want to visit people, if you travel for work. If you're a remote worker and you're like, I want to go work in Miami because it's cold for the winter up north, just go down south to Miami, Airbnb your place out, and that's a viable way to make money on the side, right? Look into the numbers and think about it and see if it's viable for you. As I said, it's not about getting rich or replacing your day job. It's about getting an extra couple hundred to $1,000 per month, right? Now, the final side hustle I think everybody can try is to be a dog sitter. And the reason why I'm putting this in there is because I'm actually right now dog sitting for my best friend who's away for the holidays. I think it's a viable side hustle, especially if you have an apartment and you live by yourself and you don't have people in your home that are allergic to pets and animals. I know there's apps like Rover where you can sign up to be a dog sitter and just do it whenever you want, right? This is not to replace your day job as I've been beating that drum, but get that extra little bit of income. You have a weekend, you live alone, you might be bored. It's like just get a dog for the weekend. That would be fun. Who doesn't like dogs? And then who doesn't like dogs that you get to return? Because now you don't even have to worry about vet bills, you don't have to worry about food, you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. It's a temporary situation. You can have different dogs, and I think it could be fun, especially if you live alone and you're probably working from home and you need some more energy into your place. Dog sitting, I think, is a very viable alternative for some people. So let me know, guys. This is the end of the videos. Let me know what you think about these side hustle ideas for 2023. We're all chasing that bag. But until the next time, I appreciate you. Leave me a like on the video as well. Peace. Y'all be safe.